Welcome to CNTV. I'm Brad Clonch.
And I'm Quin Tran. February is American Heart Month, a time to raise awareness on heart disease.
Did you know that heart disease is the leading cause of death in the United States for both men and women?
Early detection is critical in fighting the disease.
The awareness is poor in several disease areas, and cardiovascular disease is one of them. And you wouldn't think that, but there are an awful lot of people who are largely unaware of their blood pressure being high, largely unaware of cholesterol, largely unaware of what those two things mean for cardiac disease.
Dr. George Chrysant is a cardiologist. At the Chickasaw Nation Medical Center, he's part of a team that works to detect heart disease.
This is the outside three-dimensional picture.
The Chickasaw Nation Medical Center has a new cardiac program.
All right, both arms straight back behind your back.
Using a 256-slice CT scan, they're able to capture a unique look of the heart and its surrounding blood vessels.
You can see the coronary arteries, you can see calcium buildup, and you can basically stop a heart attack before it happens. Sometimes the patient won't even know it, and they can diagnose that and get them treated before they have a heart attack. Are you doing okay?
Wayne Montgomery is a Chickasaw CT scan technologist. He takes the CT scan images and then, using computer software, reconstructs them for the cardiologist to assess the patient's heart health.
It's very exciting. We're the only rural hospital in the United States at this point doing this.
What we've been able to do is, in a year, we've sort of changed the entire paradigm down here in terms of how we approach cardiac patients. So what we've done is kept a lot of people from having to travel outside of Ada to get their cardiac testing when we can do it right here at the hospital and do it with state-of-the-art technology. And the importance of having 256 slices or 320 slices compared to 16 or 64 is you get more coverage. So literally within a heartbeat or two, you have the entire heart covered with this scanner. And so that also makes it quicker. And the thing about cardiac imaging compared to other parts of the body is that the heart's moving. So you're trying to image something that's moving. And so it's really, if you can cover the entire area in a very quick fashion, and we're talking about less than half of a second, then it's kind of like taking a snapshot. And so you're able to sort of freeze the motion.
The CT scan is a powerful, non-invasive tool to help doctors see blockages of the arteries, diagnose heart disease, and even estimate a patient's risk of having a heart attack.
This sort of technology enables you to see if you have plaque, and if you do, sometimes that's a real powerful motivating factor for patients and for their physicians to say, look, you already have plaque starting. The only way you're going to avoid something bad is you have to change things right now.
Change things like diet and exercise. Eating healthier, moving more are key to good cardiovascular health.
You need a heart that's beating to worry about lungs and worry about kidneys. And it's serious in the sense that the strength of your heart determines how long you live.
This month, the Chickasaw Nation Medical Center will host a heart health fair.
There are other programs underway to raise awareness. One of them involves educating senior citizens.
We'll tell you more about that program in the next episode of CNTV.
We travel now to Tuttle, Oklahoma for a special dedication honoring a Chickasaw elder.
To honor a friend, a mentor, and a caretaker of the city of Tuttle and its residents. Times will never erase the work you have accomplished and the lives you have positively affected. We love you.
Thelma Chiccie Ross received a standing ovation. The community of Tuttle dedicated and named a new section of City Hall, the Chincie Ross Meeting Room. The Chickasaw elder's portrait and a plaque will hang near the entrance.
I do appreciate you all more than anything in the world.
Miss Ross is well loved in the community. She's known for her many years of community service and involvement. She is also proud of her native roots. Miss Ross worked as a Code Talker administrator. She helped process the Navajo Marine recruits who were selected to serve as Code Talkers. Let's take you back in history.
This is an interesting story about the first governor of the Chickasaw Nation.
Governor Cyrus Harris served 5 terms in office. Governor Harris passed away 126 years ago. He died on a cold winter day in January 1888. He was laid to rest on his land in Mill Creek in Johnston County. His family still owns the land and operates a cattle ranch there. Seen here is his great-great-grandson, Harris Pinner. He surveys an old well pump that once stood in the center of Mill Creek, a town Governor Harris established in the 1800s. Governor Harris's burial site was in danger when the nearby creek flooded and eroded the land. In 1961, his grave was moved a few miles away to the Drake Nebo Cemetery, located a few miles south of Sulphur. This is his final resting place. Also buried there are several of his family members. Read and learn more about this story in the past January edition of the Chickasaw Times.
Another place that tells the story of the Chickasaw Nation and its people is the Cultural Center. The Chickasaw Cultural Center is a beautiful place to learn about the tribe's heritage, history, and citizens. Located in Sulphur, Oklahoma, it is one of the best tourism destinations in that area. In fact, CNN is featuring the Cultural Center in its 50 States, 50 Spots for 2014. The piece profiles all 50 states, spotlighting one spot in each state that is a must-see. For Oklahoma, it's the Chickasaw Cultural Center, which has attracted visitors from around the world. Thanks so much for watching this episode of CNTV.
We'll see you next time.